Do 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 do. I like this.
Oh, hey everybody, it's Chad here. I'm just drawing up plans for relaunching C Plus Comedy. Yeah, there's going to be a whole big celebration. It's going to relaunch next week at 9 p.m. on a Thursday. And we're going to have brand new, spanking new, hot new, sexy new episodes of our famous shows. News Time, like this show, and the other shows you guys like, News Time After Dark, and News Time, the limited series, the dark limited series, where they say the F word and we show nudity and stuff, and just a whole bunch of stuff. I can't really get into it right now, but the relaunch, needless to say, but I'm gonna say anyway, is gonna be pretty friggin' neat. Do 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 do, and you're gonna love it. Do 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 do. Okay, that's the end of the cold open. Boop beep bop boop bop 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 bop. Bye bye.
It's news time. Delivering to you the news you didn't know about, the news you didn't care about, and the news you didn't know you cared about. With host, Chad White. Now, here's that host, Chad White.
Welcome back to News Time. I'm your host, Chad White, and this is the relaunch news that you didn't know about. I'm recording with my phone, and I forgot which camera to look in. So this is the first month back with Magnolia Network, which is Joanna and Chip's brand new network that is also recycled. If you don't know who Joanna and Chip Gaines are, then you don't watch enough HGTV. They're the hosts of Fixer Upper, and they decided to first leave, and now they're back, coming to do hot new shows on a hot new network that they own under their Magnolia label. This began as a SVOD channel, and it was going to bundle with Discovery Plus, and then eventually they decided, along with Discovery, that they were going to move what they call an evolution of free instead of a shift. The evolution of free moniker, it kind of makes sense in today's day and age of the lack of linear television and shift into more streaming focused affair. You can thank the pandemic for the move more than enough. They didn't have a 24/7 news schedule. They didn't have a 24/7 schedule with shows, even though they have a ton of new shows at the time that they were going to launch, which was prior to January 2022. It was going to be in the summer of 2021. They just didn't have enough shows to fill out that schedule. And now the schedule is made up of shows that are both new and old. The new shows include Magnolia Table and Family Dinner, as well as a handful of others. One of them, I believe, was Homework, that has been in the news recently because they didn't do a lot of, they didn't do good work. They were rushed, and essentially the hosts of Homework, as well as their contractors, just did a plain bad job, and I believe the show was removed from the schedule, and quite frankly, I don't know what at the point of shooting this, we don't know what's happening with that. And then the old shows come with the old Fixer Upper episodes from the from Discovery owned HGTV, as well as the reruns of This Old House, and they have the shows from the DIY network, which is the network that Magnolia Network took over. As well as they don't just have the old shows from DIY, they also have new seasons of some of those shows. So some of those shows are just returning as well. So that's how Magnolia Network became what it is essentially over the course of these past 9 months, is that it started filling out, and maybe that was the idea from the get-go, but it just started filling out what it was, what its schedule was going to be from that point forward. So they partnered, the Gaineses decided to partner with Discovery again after initially leaving Discovery, in order to essentially, they're parents. They run a big company, and if they're going to do this, they want to do it with a company they know. So instead of going with another media company, another brand, they decided to stick with Discovery because quite frankly, Discovery was the only one that didn't make them sign a paper that sign a contract that said things need to be done by this time and this time and this time. Discovery is a little bit flexible with that, which is really nice. Now, Magnolia Network isn't the first network to relaunch or rebrand or restart. Of course, we've had Spike TV more recently turned into Paramount Network, and then Paramount Network was going to rebrand to the Paramount Movie Channel, which did not happen. They decided not to let that happen, and they were essentially going to do one new movie a week for a year straight. Obviously, that is too much, and it just won't happen. And as well as a new limited series or a big like network primetime show that was going to premiere every quarter. So it's 4 hot shows along with 52 mediocre movies. Obviously, that did not work out. But there's also the Viceland, which launched in 2016. It took over for H2, which was the spinoff of A&E's History Channel. Viceland would soon turn into Vice TV about 2.5 to 3 years later. And in 2019, it would actually even go more into a tailspin, not just because Vice Media was having its own troubles with getting funding and such, but because linear TV on a deep cable network just didn't make sense. And if you're trying to get aimed at people who are my age, from 18 to 34, then it's going to be a tough sell when all we do is watch streaming platforms. So, 2019, Vice Media laid off 15 people in a move that was going straight there. They just essentially wanted to focus on news, which is strange because I believe the last time I had cable was 2018 maybe early 2018. And no, 2018. And all they were doing was airing old episodes of, they'd completely gotten rid of their new shows. They're all airing old episodes of It's Always Sunny and movies that would be dubbed cinema by a cinephile who was a douchebag, which is basically all of people who watch Vice stuff. So, well, I like Vice. This basically came because in 2019 they left 15 people in a move to news, basically because HBO canceled their Vice shows, including Vice News Tonight, as well as the main Vice series, the mainland Vice series, which I believe that last year they'd done 40 episodes of, which is a feat upon itself. Showtime would pick up that Vice documentary show, which it did. It picked it up and it gave it a renewal for seasons 3 and seasons 4 that are both premiering this year for a total of, I believe, 17 or 18 episodes, something like that. And then the Vice News Tonight eventually moved over to Vice TV, and then that would soon die out itself. I don't think they've touched Vice News Tonight since last year, and even before that, I don't think they've... Vice News Tonight was their daily news show, which was, I think, when it first started, pretty decent over there on HBO. And then the move to Vice TV basically shot it in the foot. There was viewership lost in 2017 was 42%, and then in 2018 they had added another 10% on top of that. This more recently they've added a ad-supported channel on Roku and Samsung TV, Free TV, or whatever that is. They've not launched on LG Free TV. They haven't launched on Google TV. They haven't launched on Apple TV. No free channels anywhere else. It's ad-supported. And I think, with it being ad-supported, they might as well partner up with Pluto TV, which is owned by their parent company, which is now Showtime, which is Paramount, the Paramount people, Viacom CBS. So I don't understand why they can't just go over to Pluto TV, strike a deal with them, and here's an ad-supported Viceland, or Vice TV rather, over there. But who knows? I'm not the decision maker. What I am is the host of News Time over at C Plus Comedy, where you can subscribe and check out one of our other videos. Of course, you can head to the website cpluscomedy.com, where there are so many great things that I just don't want to name them out here. You can follow us on Twitter at C Plus Comedy. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, guys, at C Plus Comedy. Twitter and Instagram at Chad Black White. Like us on Facebook. Listen to the Constitutionalist podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and find something to watch. I'm going to go to sleep.